Hello everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Climactic Encounters Princess. In this part we go back to Kakariko Village, where I'm sure nothing of interest will happen.
Man, Midna is a princess of a lot of shit.
I mean, the Twilight Realm is a strange and mysterious place that we see all of like 5 feet of. So there could be a bunch of crap in there that we'll never see, because I doubt they'll bring the Twilight specifically back, because they've tried their damnedest to just not acknowledge that it exists since. So, you know, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It brings up a lot of weird lore crap, and it, like, I think we mentioned this in the last session, I barely remember. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in the structure of the Zelda timeline as we know it. Like, why is it here? What is it for? What are the Twilight doing for most of it? But so
yeah, well, you know,
yeah.
we already have so many alternate magical realms in this magical realm. Obviously, when a sequel happens, the answer is not to bring back one of the ones that already exists, but to instead add another one and complicate things further.
They're trying to make this so dramatic, and it just looks so stupid in slow-mo.
Oh, what? Haven't you seen The Lord of the Rings, Ryan? Gosh. Like, this is
That had a lot more weight than this, and also, move, you daft bitch.
No, this is Colin's moment of determination where he's
move out of the way,
he
you
has
stupid
to prove
bitch.
Himself.
Haven't you heard of deer in the headlights, Ryan?
No, you're a fucking idiot if you just stand there.
No, that's like a real thing that happens.
Easier
people.
to say for the person not caught in the headlights.
You know, a lot of people get a lot of people.
She had more than enough time to get out of the way.
Well,
yeah, but it was. Have you?
But they weren't actually moving in slow motion.
Well, no, the kid.
If they were, then I would agree.
No, here.
A lot of people freeze with fear,
one of the boys had enough.
Especially
one of the boys had enough time to turn and, you know, get a good 6 or 7 steps there, and Colin had enough time to recognize the danger and then run all the way from the building to knock her out of the way.
Well, I would just say that's poor framing.
A lot of people do freeze with fear for extended periods of time, and you know they are children, but at the same time,
and then their friends get knocked into a lava pit but survive. You know, the normal stuff.
Let's not.
That Bulblin killed her parents.
As much as I like to crap on Barnes, I do really like that moment where he just like slowly lowers his like little face shield thing.
Well, that's what makes him a good character, is because he's such a high and mighty person. He's like the typical kind of coward character who acts high and mighty when there's no danger around. But as soon as something threatening happens, you know,
he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Brave Sir Robin, ran away.
Okay, so King Bulblin, I like...
King Bulblin?
That's his name, right? King Bulblin?
Isn't that a Pikmin enemy?
No, that's Emperor Bulbax.
Bulblin.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I like and don't like this guy at the same time. On one hand, I do think it's cool to have a recurring mini-boss who keeps on harassing you throughout the course of the game, and I like that in this game they come up with different ways to do that, because each encounter with him is a little bit different. I think that's neat. What I don't like is that he disappears from the game for large portions of time, meaning that every time you find him, you're like, oh, who's this guy? And then you don't realize that it's the same character every time, unless if you played the game more than once, if that makes sense. Like here, like when I first saw this scene, I didn't recognize that this was the same guy who kidnapped Ilia at the beginning of the game when you first turn into a wolf, and when you fight him again next, I'm pretty sure that's like in the desert area, which is a good like 20 parts from now. So I didn't remember that this was the guy we fought during the climatic bridge battle and stuff. So
I never really had that problem. I made the connection when I first played.
Well, then I'm also dumb, so you know, there's that.
You're not dumb.
I also didn't recognize him, but I didn't really recognize him as being important because he never had any dialogue.
Well, they make a big deal about that at the end, that he finally did speak to you during the Hyrule Castle encounter. But
well, it's funny. I don't remember him being there specifically for when your girlfriend gets kidnapped. I just remember the moblin.
No, he's there. He's there.
Is he there? Okay, I just remember the moblin shooting the poison arrow.
Yeah, he's there. He walks in at the end and makes a face or something. I could go back and watch the video and see, but that would also stop this video because of how...
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of a mini-boss constantly recurring over the course of the game. The problem is you need to give him a personality to make it matter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's just a big moblin.
I think that A, maybe 1 or 2 more encounters would have helped, and B, like maybe a little bit more personality. If they really wanted to stress the he doesn't talk thing, they could make him a bit more expressive. But one thing that I enjoy is just that you fight him in different ways every time. Like, which
Yeah,
is a
I
problem
agree
that,
there.
like, the first one that comes to my mind is New Super Mario Brothers, where you fight the same Koopalings or the same Boom Boom or the same Bowser Jr. fight over and over, and it's repetitive.
I feel like at the same time, if you did fight him more often, then it has a very large chance of becoming like Team Rocket syndrome, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Where
Like,
if you-
it's very easy to overdo that.
That
so I
didn't
think,
happen.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it's like you should have followed with a credits roll, Ted.
This part of the
But
game
yeah.
is hard, actually. Like, I'm really bad at hitting this guy off the bridge. All things
He's
considered.
he's oddly precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I do remember.
The best thing
struggling on
that you're
this
doing,
too.
what I think you're supposed to be doing, is kind of stay to one side and then at the very end move to the right or left.
Yeah.
Staying in the middle is
You see, so why doesn't he fade to black and get another chance?
because
he's
we're the
not
main character.
Trailer shot incoming in 3, 2,
3,
1.
2,
Opona.
1.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Nobody's here
Link,
to watch it, but I'm super
Colin.
cool.
Yeah, I was like, why is he doing that? No one's here. Like, no one's
Epona
watching
actually got up on one leg there. That was okay.
And Colin's like, Link, why did you spend time posing instead of untying me?
Don't talk about it. Senpai, your pose was cool,
Christ.
but I was still tied up.
Why did you pose? I was
Senpai.
suffocating.
Also, we're very lucky that just King Bulblin fell off and not Colin on the bull. Like, that would have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a I just noticed that one of the girls has a doll on her backpack. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, one of the, in the fade out, like, not the fade out, the girl.
Behind the
yeah,
shot.
you can sort of see
Oh,
it. She has a doll in her backpack. See, it's hard to get mad when I
Having
feel
a
like
having a doll does not give you a personality. Sorry.
But I know I know it doesn't, but it's one of those things where I do want to give the star for effort while still saying that, you know, they have a long way to go, basically, because they're trying so hard to make you like these characters. And I do like Colin, even though his story arc is only like 10 minutes long and ends here and isn't brought up again for the rest of the game. But, you know.
Okay, but can I just say that I remember him being gone for longer for some reason? Like, I feel like Colin is gone for a lot longer than he actually is. It surprises
Yeah.
me how quickly it ends.
Yeah.
You're probably getting the wires crossed with him and
Ilya.
the girl.
Probably,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Wife and Lefty, I can't remember her name.
He did.
I mean, she can't remember her name either. So
Yeah, no, then the child dies.
He's dead now.
Wait,
Game
we would have
over.
gotten him proper medical attention if you didn't stop the fucking pose on the bridge, Link.
where the
Why did you do that?
Huh? Wait, I forgot to turn my stove off.
and then Barnes' thing explodes again.
And so at this point, everybody's just like, those Gorons sure are a problem. And the kids are just like, yeah, you should deal with that. And I'm like, I could take it. No, Gorons are mean. Take care. And also, Mallo.
You sure you don't want me to take you home first? The Gorons can wait like a day.
You give Mallow like cinnamon bun ears, and he'd be a dead ringer for one of the Super Monkey Ball characters there.
For a moment, you said cinnamon bun ears, and I thought Princess Leia, and I was just like, wait, she's a baby. You know, the end of Revenge of the Sith is way different than I remember it being. She pops out, and then she starts running a shop.
Obi-Wan and Anakin having some cinnamon rolls. And I was like, wait, why are we fighting?
Oh, that's
Hi.
right. The
Demon baby.
the wooden shield has like
Your valuable merchandise. You pilfered this store, didn't you, you little shit?
Yeah, like, here's my question. Where did he get, like, he had to have taken this stuff out of the back of the storeroom, didn't
Yeah,
he?
and now he's claiming it as his own.
Well, yeah, he just said that he's taking control of this unnamed shop.
Yeah.
So it's not yours. It's whoever owns this building.
Yeah.
He's also it's like, oh, I suppose I can sell this to you. It's like, do you want to make money or not?
Yeah, that's how you make a profit, bitch.
He has emotional attachments.
Also, if you want me to help you, you give me the damn shield.
One of
Yeah, but
one of the most painful things
He's
about
into helping himself, not
one of the
you.
most painful
point.
things about Breath of the Wild is not being able to have this shield on you until like way late in the game, I think.
so
Well, I mean, nothing's stopping you from going to Hyrule Castle and getting it, but
yeah, a lot of people make multiple, like myself included. You make multiple pit stops into the castle in order to pick up, because there's good crap in there. That's actually one of the things I like about the game is that they have a bunch of people who say some treasure hunters do go to Hyrule Castle to try to loot it, but most people don't make it back.
I believe Twilight Princess
Yeah.
is one of the last Zelda games to treat the Hylian Shield as, it's a better shield, but it's like still rather commonplace among the Knights of Hyrule. Because starting with Skyward Sword, it's like shield.
it's the best shield, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's invincible, right? In
Yeah.
Skyward Sword?
Yeah, Hyrule Shield was the only shield in the game that did not break.
So but in Skyward Sword, like if you couldn't keep it out for infinite amount of time or something
You
like
could.
that.
No, you could.
You could.
You
Okay,
might
just
be thinking of the
yeah.
Master Sword in Breath of the Wild.
maybe.
Well, Hyrule Shield also had durability, and
Breath of the Wild.
It
Breath of
just
the Wild.
it's
it
ridiculous.
just took a
how-
really, really long time. To break.
it can
Yeah.
deflect something like 60 some odd Guardian laser beams, if I remember correctly. And most other shields can do like 3. So
So basically,
Yeah.
go into the castle and try and get a couple of them without dying, and you're set for the game. Okay.
I think only one can spawn at a time, if I remember correctly. I think if it breaks, you can go back into the castle and get another one from a boss or buy one
Yes.
from a guy in the town building side quest eventually. But I don't.
I actually didn't know that.
well,
Marymore is a very tedious side quest.
Well, I like that side quest though, because you have to find all these people specifically with the name Sun, and it's just like okay, it's just like
Oh, so Goku can join.
The unfortunate thing about Twilight Princess and shields, though, is that the Hylian Shield is the only good shield.
It's the only shield you get.
Yeah, you either get the wooden shields, or you get the Hylian
Well, you
Shield.
you buy the Hylian Shield and then that's it. You're done.
I mean, granted, they would have had to if they just brought back the mirror shield again. I think that would have been a little bit tedious because it was used for the same puzzles for 3 games in a row.
I think you could have. You could have brought back the magic shield and have it reflect projectiles and stuff better, instead of just blocking
cool.
them. It would have like actually reflected them back.
They could have come up with a new puzzle for a new
They
mechanic.
do
for
have a
shield
projectile reflecting skill that actually we already learned, but
Yeah.
no shield.
It
that
doesn't
specifically
it doesn't
does.
deflect like arrows and stuff though.
Well,
I
yeah,
think other than the fact that it burns, though, I'm pretty sure that the wooden shield and the Hylian shield are the same in terms of like
Yes.
durability and use. So if you want to save the rupees, just be really careful in the Goron mine, and then you're good. You know, who needs metal when plain old like tree bark is just as useful? You know, like come.
But fashion.
Ted, your house will be the first to get blown down by the big bad wolf.
No, because Barnes has already been blown up by the big bad Link.
It's
so
it's not regular tree bark. It's iron bark from Dragon Age. You see?
well, ironwood is a real type of wood, but it's not like actually as strong as iron. It's just a name.
No, yeah, but the iron bark in Dragon Age is like a special kind of wood that's made by that's
Iron doesn't grow from trees, guys. Well, actually, oh Christ.
Ironwood just reminds me of Ruby.
Actually,
it's that kind of like a really good wood that they invented because they wanted to have an excuse for the elves who make stuff out of leather and wood to not suck. So, yeah.
So I keep on thinking at this point that you can buy your bombs, but you don't get to
Nope.
buy the bombs until
you need to
after
get the bomb
Goron.
bag first.
Yeah. No, I thought that you could buy a bomb bag. You bought the
Oh,
bomb bag
you're
from
right. I'm
this
thinking of
guy.
something different.
You can't. You get like 3 separate bomb bags in this game, which is a little weird, but it does make sense what they were trying to do since there are multiple different types of bombs in this. I do.
Although there's no reason to use regular bombs over water bombs if you have the spare rupees lying around because
Man,
there's tons of it in the game.
This game is so last century. I mean, this guy has to buy actual gunpowder bombs. In Breath of the Wild, you get an iPad that can generate magical bombs out of nothing.
Yeah. I mean, then again, though, those bombs are so
Man, when you put it that
square.
way, it sounds really fucking dumb.
Because it is.
You just have to go to the Google Play Store and download the bomb app, and
Ooh,
then
the
you're
bomb
good.
app.